everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Claudia, the Clinic Director and Psychologist at Self Reflections in Wollongong. Thank you for joining me for our online webinar to help the community feel connected, build awareness and education, and learn skills and strategies for a variety of mental health issues. Today, we have our first ever special guest who I cannot wait for you to meet. Her name is Maddi. Maddi and I met about a year ago. She's a personal trainer and a coach based in Kiama, and her positive energy and mindset is something that is so uniquely wonderful about her. Before I pass you on to Maddi, if you have any questions during this webinar, please post them just in our little chat section there, and we will try and see what we can have answered. If we can't answer anything through today, we will definitely post some answers on our YouTube channel. So thank you again. Let me see if I can transfer you to Maddi, and fingers crossed this works. Okay, go for it.
Hey guys, I'm Maddi Costanzo. Like Claudia said, I'm a personal trainer, mindset coach, and I am located in Kiama/Wollongong. I live in Wollongong, so I'm like all around the Illawarra. Firstly, I want to say thank you for having me on here. Like, this is awesome for me. I'm not the most politically correct when it comes to talking, so bear with me. I'm just typical. I'll talk how I am, okay? I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, and hopefully you guys get some good knowledge from today. Anyway, so we'll jump into what we're going to talk about. We had a few dot points up on the special guest announcement of what I'm going to talk about tonight, so I hope you guys have some pen and paper, and we will get straight into it. So the first topic that we're going to talk about, which is obviously really relevant for at the moment, is workouts to do at home or outside while distancing, okay, keeping that social distance. So it's hard, it's crazy what we're going through right now. It's so bizarre. And I was having a walk today, and I was talking to the person I was walking with, and we said, like, we revolved so much of our life around exercise and the gym, obviously being trainers and everything like that, and now we're just all stuck in our little bubble. But we want to keep moving because that's super important for our mental health, our physical health, and our just general well-being. So I'm going to break it down really, really simple for you guys today. And hopefully this is just a little bit of a pattern that you guys can draw on if you get a little bit stuck for ideas. Now, if you don't have pen and paper or can't write this down or anything like that, a lot of this information you can find through my social medias, which is just Maddi Costanzo Coach. So if you ever can't find anything, either shoot me a message or it will be on a post somewhere through all those photos and videos and a couple of dance moves I've got on there. Anyway, so pen and paper. Now we're going to split our week. So this is a training split for 1 week, all right, Monday to Sunday. Monday, we have lower body and core. Now, the reason we want to train lower body this is an important thing, guys, is think about lower body is half your body. So if you just train your legs, you're training half your body just in that session. So that's awesome, okay? You got your body moving. So lower body and core is Monday, all right? That's important. Don't skip leg day, as they say. Now, Wednesday, we're going to do upper body and core. So that Tuesday is our little bit of a break, especially if you're new to training, haven't trained before. So that Tuesday is a little bit of a break if you're a bit sore. Wednesday, upper body and core, okay? Now, the reason we're hitting core a lot is it's our stabilizer. It's what keeps us strong throughout the day, what keeps us upright. It works on everything in between. So we need to make sure we always work our core. Now, Thursday, again, we're going to have a little bit of a break. Maybe you can go for your walk outside, okay, something like that. Now, Friday's full body. So this is a fun one. You just get to work everything and then before the weekend comes. So that's Monday to Friday. We're really isolating our upper, lower, and core and full body. Now, Saturday and Sunday, I kind of just let everyone go a bit free. So if you're a bit more advanced, maybe you can do an extra lower body session. Or if males, they prefer to do upper body. So maybe we could do like more upper body stuff, especially if you're a male. But if you're happy weekend, Saturday, Sunday, just go for a walk, okay? You're probably a bit sore because you've trained all week, and just enjoy the weekend, all right? So that is the simple training split, okay? So now we've got that. Now we're going to jump into my opinion, the top 5 exercises for each of these, okay? Now, legs, squats. Number 1 is a compound movement. I'm not going to get fancy with all the words and stuff because that's what trainers are for. You guys just need to know what you need to do. So squats, number one, okay, it's a compound movement because it uses heaps of different muscles and it works the whole body, okay? So squats, number one. You've got lunges, okay, number two. Glute bridges, calf raises, and a wall sit. So they're your top 5 for your legs, okay? Now, upper body. We have push-ups, which a lot of females, we don't like to do. We got to get better at. Males love those ones. Dips, okay? Commandos. If you don't know what any of these are, guys, as well, you can YouTube them, and there's a million and one ways to do it, or shoot me a message, okay? Shoulder taps is the next one, and the last one are Supermans, okay? So that's our upper body top 5. Now, these are just in my opinion. If you guys want to change or do anything else, feel free to, okay? This is just me giving you, like I said, bang, ... what you need to do, okay? Because that's sometimes all we need. We need to just be told what to do so we can get it done. Now, full body. Everyone's favorite burpees. Number one.
And they were
yeah, I knew someone was going to say that.
I said that, me.
Now, Claudia doesn't like those. Now, to add into the burpees, the next exercise is burpees to a squat hold. That's a fun one. All right, you get legs burning. Third is man makers. Google those, okay? Now, fourth is kick sits, and the fifth one are walkouts. So that's a full body, okay? Now, the last one is your core. So your core, we're incorporating every single day. So there's a million core exercises. These are just the ones that I like, but you can Google as many as you want or ask me if you want to change things up. Now, you got reverse crunches, okay? V-sits, plank rocks, flutters, and hollow holds, okay? Now, I could get into each single one and go, reverse crunches hits this, and plank rocks hits our obliques, and hollow holds like hit our transverse. I'm not going to get into all that fancy stuff, okay? But if you want to know more about these sort of things and why we do these exercises and why I've picked them, shoot me a message. Happy to like talk to you through Instagram or FaceTime or Zoom like this, and I can explain it a little bit more. I'm just going to slam you guys with information today. Now, that's if you're stuck at home. Now, if you get the chance to jump outside to the park, anywhere while social distancing, hill sprints. Find a hill, all right? Hill sprints are good, okay? Burn calories, get the heart rate up quick, the legs are pumping, and you just feel like you've accomplished something because you've gone up this huge hill. So hill sprints are my go-to. Depending on the hill, I always like to go 10 rounds. I like a nice even number, and it might be a lap up and down, okay, with a 30-second rest in between, or a 1-minute rest if you're a beginner, something like that. Now, if you are a beginner, maybe you start with 5 rounds, okay, half. That's totally fine because you're moving, you're outside. I'm a happy trainer if you're doing that. Now, if you're a bit more advanced, you could do like hill sprints, and then when you get to the bottom, 10 squats, then another sprint, and then 10 push-ups, and then another sprint, and then 10 sit-ups. You know what I mean? Like, start using those other exercises that I just gave you as your active recovery, because everyone loves active recovery. Now, a lot of people that are jumping on here are obviously from the Illawarra, so I'm going to throw this in here, beach runs. Now, beach runs are great. You get near the water, clear mind, awesome view. Make sure you really warm up your legs, okay? Make sure you really stretch, okay? Because you're going to get tight calves and you're going to get really tight Achilles. So you might, especially if you run on the soft sand, so key, try and run on the hard sand closer to the water. But if you can't for whatever reason, and you're on the soft sand, really make sure you massage and stretch up your calves and your Achilles, because we don't want any of those snapping or hurting yourself or anything like that, because you'll be down and out for a little while. So they're just some outdoor things, but also those exercises that I gave you guys before, you can do them outside. Okay, they're just all if you're stuck at home, but if you're outside, do your hill sprints, or if you can't find a hill or you don't want to run because no one likes running some days, then just do your upper and lower body, but go outside, go to the park and do those squats and the push-ups and the planks and things like that. So that's the number one key to get you guys moving, is those. Now, this is the fun part. I'm not just a trainer that likes to tell you what to do. You turn up, you do it, and you leave. I want to actually educate. I want to actually teach you guys. So there's 2 examples. I'm going to keep them nice and simple in how you train here, how we put all those pieces of the puzzles, those exercises together. So the first one's a circuit. Now, simple way is a circuit. You can do 45 seconds at each station with a 15-second rest. Nice, even 1 minute, okay? So that's your first little bit, but you can change it. Again, if you're advanced, 1 minute on, no rest, or 1 minute on, 10 seconds rest, and then do 3 or 4 rounds. Okay, something like that. So this is where we're going to change things up. And if you're advanced, you can do 6 rounds. If you're a beginner, maybe start with just the 3 rounds, okay, and progress and build. The second one is you can go for reps. So you can do 15 or 20 reps and then times that 3 or 4 rounds. Now with reps, there's so many things out there saying this one works with strength, this one works with cardio, this one with rah, rah, rah. Now, because most of us will be using our body weight, a good rep count is anywhere from like 15 reps plus. Okay, so if you're smashing out 5 reps or 10 reps, just do your body weight. Maybe as a beginner, yeah, that would be challenging. But if you're more advanced, you'll pump those out really, really easy, and you won't be getting much benefit from them. So I like to say 15 reps plus, all right, if we're going to start hitting rep ranges. But get creative, sorry. Like based on your fitness levels, you decide what you're capable with, but always try and each session try and build up a little bit more. So now we're going to put this into practice because that's my favorite thing. I'm a learner where I can put things into practice. I'm one of those people that look at flat packs and don't read the instructions and just start doing and learn that way. So you guys are going to learn like that as well. So we're going to create our own leg day now for you guys to do tomorrow. Okay. So we're going to start with a circuit. I'm going to keep it nice and simple. Now, based on your fitness level, because obviously we're all different, I want you guys to pick a time to work for each station and a rest. So for example, that 45 seconds on, 15 seconds rest. That's the first bit done. Now pick the number of rounds. Okay, so if you're a beginner, maybe 3. If you're a bit more advanced, maybe 5 rounds. Okay, so now we've got our base. Now I want you to pick 3 exercises from what I told you before. So your squats, maybe your glute bridges, and your wall sit. Okay, so they're your 3 legs. Now I want you to pick 2 core exercises. So maybe your reverse crunches and B-sits. Okay, there you go. You just made a workout. That workout will take about 23 minutes and 25 minutes, something like, depending if you pick 45 seconds to a minute. Okay, but look, you've done in under half an hour. You've done your workout for the day. You can go have a shower and go to your home office or wherever you're working from. But you guys just created your own leg day. So it's super simple and you guys did it. And I hope you guys get up and do it tomorrow. The second one, we're going to do the arm one now, but we're going to use the sets and reps workout. Okay, so we're getting a bit of both. So when we do sets and reps, I like to break it down into a warm-up, a workout, and a finisher. So for the warm-up, try and pick the exercise that uses more than just one body part. So for push-ups, for example, okay, because we're switching on our core, our legs are on, our arms are on, everything's working, okay? And now that high rep count is really important just to warm up. So I like, with my girls that I'm training at the moment, minimum they get to do is 20 reps, but they can do up to 50 reps of push-ups in their warm-up. So you guys pick a push-up. Yeah, it's crazy. I see your face, Claudia. So push-ups, let's go with that. Warm-up is your push-ups. Okay, now you pick your rep range. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 if you want to. That's your warm-up. Now I want you guys to pick for your workout. So now we're going to do that middle body part. I want you to pick your reps times your sets. Okay, so beginner, you may pick 15 reps, the beginner, okay, times 3 rounds or 3 sets, sorry. Now, if you're a bit more advanced, you might pick 20 reps, okay, for 4 rounds. So now you've got your base again, like we said, we were doing before. Now pick 3 upper body exercises. So it might be like your dips, your commandos, and if you want to get better, maybe your push-ups again. You get good at those. You get good at things by doing them. Now, pick 2 core exercises, so maybe another 2. So like your plank rocks and your flutters. So now you've got your workout. So you have to do 15 reps of dips, commandos, push-ups, plank rocks, and flutters. Remember that. And then you have to do that 3 times through. So that's your workout. Smashed it. Now finisher. This is something that is a higher rep range for me, okay, or a high time. So minimum 45 seconds to a minute, okay? Now then you pick whatever you want to do. So it might be those shoulder taps with like a hollow hold. So it might be 50 shoulder taps straight into a minute hollow hold. Okay. And again, if you get it, that might be a beginner. And if you're a bit more advanced, you're like, all right, and I'll do that 3 times through as well. That's my finisher. Now, you guys literally right now just created your own leg day and your own arm workout for this week, for the rest of this week. So then, but have fun. Like, you can start changing. So the different ways we train, we can change all these sort of things. And this is based on you. Now, the important tip that I'm going to give you guys is don't lose your form, okay, to sacrifice getting through something. So if this push-up is really, really hurting, you're really struggling, and you're bending your back, okay, something's giving out, cut it, stop, okay, because that's when the injuries occur. So we want to go to where we struggle, but not to where it hurts. Now, we can change things, like I was saying, we get creative. So you can change that rep count, like we spoke about earlier, or add some more sets or take away sets. We can change the time. So an important thing when we train, you might hear trainers say time under tension. Now, this means of the muscle. So how long that muscle is under a stress for. So an optimum time is 45 seconds. Minimum is 20 seconds. And what I mean by this, for an example, if you're doing squats, okay, and because a lot of us are using body weight at the moment, if we smash out 20 squats really, really quick, don't go the whole way down, kind of come all the way up, do partial reps, that's going to maybe take 15, 20, 25 seconds, all right? Our muscles haven't been under enough stress to actually build, okay? Like, do that muscle rip, okay, and then over time repair, and that's how our muscles get bigger. So I really want you to focus on the form. So coming the full depth down, really slow and controlled. This is for a squat as an example. Holding for a second at the bottom and then coming the whole way back up. Now, if you're doing 20 reps like that, that could take up to a minute. Okay, so we're really hitting that time under tension. So don't rush things, okay? Take your time, get through the full rep range up and down, or this way up and down with push-ups, like whatever it is, but really take the time, because you've taken up to a minute, you've tripled that time under tension from the 20 squats you did before that you did partial reps, and you're just getting more benefit that way. There's other fancy things that if you want to Google, I'll quickly shoot them out there and you can Google them later, but there's like 1 1/4 reps, okay, there's pause reps, there's pulses, there's taking away your rest periods, there's so many things you can add. So I know how before we only did 3 leg exercises and 2 core, but you could do all 5 if you want exercise, and then all 5 core, do you know what I mean? But only do 2 rounds of those then, okay, because you're doing 10 exercises instead of 5 exercises. But have fun, like I said. And if you are trying these tonight or tomorrow or in the next week and you're a bit worried about doing them before, but before, just shoot me a message and I'll read over and go, yeah, legend, like that's awesome, go for it, if you're a little bit worried, okay? Because I know the mindset plays at a time, because we don't have the qualifications and we want a trainer to look at them. But you guys, I literally just gave you everything. You guys can just go train yourselves for the rest of isolation. But yeah, so that's pretty much the first few points on being at home, making sure you move, the basic understanding of how that all works and everything like that. Now, is there any questions as we go? Yeah, no, we're good. Everyone just knew that they could see me. Okay, so another thing that us trainers really get is how to build muscle, because we all want the fancy muscles and want to look nice, okay? Muscles are not the most important thing in the world, okay? They're very, very, very helpful with our structure and the way we sit and everything like that. But just because that dude's biceps bigger than yours means nothing, okay? All right? It's how you feel and how you feel about your body and what you're happy with, okay? I'm a trainer, and I will happily say this. It doesn't matter who you are, you're never 100% satisfied with your body, okay? You're never going to reach your dream goal of having a body. That might be deflating for some people, but I don't want you to take it like that. I want you to understand that we should just be happy with the body that we have, and over time, it's just a progression, okay? We just keep building and building and building over time, and that's me being a trainer. I'm saying I'm never happy. I'm slowly building to where I want to be, and I just have to look in the mirror and go, all right, I've had some knee surgeries, and I can look at one leg and go, that leg's little to that leg's like really strong. But if I got bogged down on that, I would never be happy. So I just have to be happy that I'm walking again, I'm moving, I'm having fun, like, and I'm helping you guys and I'm helping other people. That's the best part about life, is you just get to be happy with yourself. But let's stay on topic. That was my little tangent. With building muscle, there's this thing called progressive overload. I know I said I didn't want to make too many like talks about fancy words, but that's what it means. And if a trainer ever says that to you now, you know what it means. It simply means doing more of something over a period of time. So increasing those reps, increasing those sets, or when we hopefully get back to the gym, I'm missing it, heavier weights. Okay, so we increase those weights. Now it's over a period of time. So don't lift or do 50 push-ups on Monday and try and do 100 on Friday. This is over time. Okay. Now, the best way to build strength is to obviously increase our weights. So when we get back to the gym, that's when we slowly increase our weights from 1 kilo, again, only maybe to 2 or 3 kilos, not 1 kilo to 10 kilos. All right. Like I said before, never sacrifice your form to lift heavier. Now, the other thing with building muscle, so you've got your training outline now. You know what you have to do, and you know over time you have to increase those reps, you have to increase those sets to help build the muscle. The other things too, which is another point we had on the thing, is like your protein intake. Now, a lot of people think protein and carbs and all these things are bad for you and stuff. Everything's good to you in moderation. I love my chocolate as much as I love my protein shake, okay, and everything in between. I love pasta, all right, and I love ice cream. We love it all, okay, and it's all good in moderation. Now, protein intake. Let's stick on this topic for a minute with building muscle. There is a little formula. 1 gram per 1 kilo of body weight for females. That's our minimum, okay? That's what starts the muscle building process, okay? And I can get into all that other sort of fancy stuff. I don't want to get too much into it today. So just start with your protein. Minimum 1 gram per 1 kilo of body weight for females, and 2 grams per 1 kilo of body weight for males. Okay, that's your minimum.
On how much energy you're using throughout the day? Is that very much different, or is that just your basic baseline?
This is our basic baseline that I try, like me personally, I try and hit every day. If I start getting into like the energy in versus energy out, like calories and all that, that's a whole different ball game. But in terms of building muscle, the minimum is 1 gram per 1 kilo body weight for females, and 2 grams for 1 kilo body weight for males. If we hit that, we're doing good. But females can have up to 2.5 grams, and males can have up to like 3.5 grams. Like there is no research that they have found that I've seen so far that states having too much protein is a negative. Okay, it's only not having enough to feed our muscles. That's the issue there with building muscle. It's the food. It's what repairs our muscles when we go to sleep at night and all that sort of stuff. Our protein is what our muscles need to build and to grow. So rule of thumb was the little numbers that I gave you earlier. The next one for like muscle building is just that full range. So like I said, don't skip reps, don't do half reps unless obviously you're doing those pulse reps, but that time under tension. Go for the full rep range, because that's how our muscles get nice and big, because we're working through that full rep range. That time under tension, like we said, minimum 20 to 30 seconds, okay? We want to try and drag it out and really, really stress our muscles. When you get a bit more advanced, try and hit the muscle groups like 2 times a week. So that's when we're getting really fit and we're training like Monday to Saturday and having a rest day Sunday or whatever you want to do. And those bigger compound movements, that fancy word I said at the start. So like your squats and your overhead military presses and your deadlifts and things like that, because they're recruiting more than one muscle group, which means our body has to work harder, therefore X, Y, Z, okay? So that's a good rule of thumb for muscle building, which is what we all want to do. That's our main goal in training. But that important thing about protein, okay? Now, a quick tip off protein is you need this little thing called leucine to actually activate like protein synthesis. This is all the sciencey stuff that I really don't want to like bore you with, okay? But it's important. If you are taking a protein to try and take, this is in my opinion too, but to take a WPI isolate because it has the leucine in it. You can see it on the back of the food label. Now, if you're vegan and you're taking a vegan protein, totally fine, but the vegan protein does not have this leucine. I have not seen a protein with this leucine yet. So you actually have to also supplement with a BCAA, so BCAAs. That's what a lot of people say now, because that will have that leucine in it. So it's really important, vegan, to have that BCAAs. And then if you're going to try and do protein whey isolate, and look in the back of the label and make sure it has that little leucine in the amino acids column. Okay, so that's really important.
Quick question. So if we are noticing that during this time of isolation, activity has decreased dramatically to maybe once or twice a week, do you think it's required to supplement protein or even to take BCAAs or other kind of leucines to be able to manage? Or do you think that because of that activity level being quite low, there's no need to kind of supplement with other things?
So there's a yes and no to that. Okay, so yes, our energy's decreased and we're not moving as much, but whatever muscles we have, they still need that food to continue to grow and to stay where they are, because we lose muscle really, really quickly if it doesn't use. Okay, so what we want to do is use that muscle, and so just trying to hit that minimum protein each day just makes our muscles happy. That's probably the easiest way to explain those things.
Makes sense.
So the takeaway points is training, okay, your protein intake, and the lastly is sleep, because it reduces stress, it lets our body repair, and it lets our body build muscle. So they're the take-home points. Now, I do see we've got like 9 minutes left. So I'll quickly jump a little bit into mindset. I can talk hours on mindset. I love this sort of stuff, but I'll quickly just smash you guys with some things. Biggest thing is we compare ourselves to 1% of the world, the Instagram models and the elite athletes. Now, these guys literally spend day in, day out doing this stuff. Like, this is what they get paid to do. They have world-class trainers, coaches, they have supplements. They get to sleep like 3 times a day. Now, I'm not taking away their efforts and how hard they train, okay? But that's all they do. We don't do that. I would love to take 3 naps a day, but I can't, okay? So throw them out the window. Stop comparing yourself to those guys. Focus on what you can control. Now, what we control, like I said before, is our training and exercise, our recovery, eating habits, the way we sleep, okay, and the effort we put into each session and every day. That's what you can control, and that's what I want you to focus on. From here on in, they are the things that you focus on, not the Instagram models. Now, a fun game. I was going to do a fun game with you, but we're running out of time, but I'm still going to give it to you guys, and because you can pause this later and go back and do it. I want you to describe yourself, how you want to be seen and remembered for in years to come. All right. So what that means is, for me, I'll use me as an example. I want to be a top trainer, a caring partner, a great coach, a great daughter, sister, and auntie. I want to be strong and I want to be positive. That's what I want to be remembered for. Okay. So I want you to take some time to think of, I'm a great mom, or I'm a great sister, or I'm a great coach, I'm a great cook, I'm a great chef. Anything that you guys do, I want you to write that. And now here comes the big one. I want you to put I am in front of those. And then I want you from here on in, every morning, during the day, whenever you can, say these things to yourself. So then it changes to, I am a top trainer, I am a caring partner, I am a great coach, I am strong, I am beautiful, I am powerful, all those sort of things. And write them on your mirror, write them wherever you can, okay? These are what I tell all my clients to do. So that is your mindset now. Focus on what you can control and focus on who you are, all right? I am. That is what I am. Now, lastly, I'm going to smash goals really, really quickly. Goals. Do not have to-do lists of goals. They're a goals list, not a to-do list, okay? They're not chores. They're not things we have to get done. They're things we want to do, the things we want to get done, okay? So start with 3 goals. 1 you can achieve in a day, 1 you can achieve in a week, and 1 you can achieve in a month. Now, be consistent as best you can. And what I want you to do is keep a list of all these goals, okay, for the next few weeks. So it might be for kids or younger people, might be, I took the bins out, woo. Okay, it's a good goal, all right, you got there and you had to do it, all right. The next thing is, I want to do 10 push-ups this week. So Monday, maybe you did 5, but you know what? Friday, you smashed out 8. Sunday, I'm going to give it a go, and you did 10. There you go. In a week, you did 10. And in a month, it might be, I want to increase my circuit from 45 seconds to a minute. Okay, so maybe the first 2 weeks you had to keep it at 45 seconds, was a bit tough. Okay, the third week you might try that 1 minute, but you only lasted 2 rounds instead of 3 rounds. But that the fourth week, you did that 1 minute and you did those 3 rounds. Okay, so it's a progression. It's something that takes time. All right, and I want you to keep a list of these, and in a couple of weeks I want you to go back and go, oh my gosh, look what I have done. All right, and there may be the littlest things. It might have been, I don't know, I cleaned my room, okay, or I dropped my kids to school on time when you get back to school, okay, you know, like little goals. They're just little wins in a day, but you'll start to create these massive lists, and you're like, ha, I'm the best. I just did all of those things, you know. And it's good. Like I said, I'm a visual person. So if you see it in front of you, instead of just thinking you did it, it's a real like eye opener, I think, anyways.
I agree. I often definitely do a lot of stuff on the board with clients, you know, write it out on the iPad just so it just smacks everyone in the face to be like, oh, I see it. So it makes a difference.
Yeah, it's a massive difference. And no goal is too little. I don't think, especially when you're just starting. Okay, maybe when you get more advanced, some things might become a little bit little and you don't really need to do them, but just to start, like that is the best thing to do, is to start. So many people get caught up in I'll start Monday, but no, start tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Thursday. Just start tomorrow. Like, who cares? I don't even know what day it is in these isolation things. Do you know what I mean? Like, just start. Just put one foot in front of the other and just go for it. Now, the last thing I want to leave you with is, again, the things we can and can't control. So when we're setting these goals, I don't want you to set things like, I will lose like 15 kilos in 12 weeks. You just don't know those things. Or I'll fit into a size 10 jeans, or I'll have Kim Kardashian's booty. Do you know, like, don't put those things like abs, like Insta models. No, get them out. I want you to focus on things like, I'll exercise 4 times this week. Do you know what I mean? I'll drink 2 liters of water every day. I'll eat my minimum protein intake this week, okay, every day. I'll eat 1 cup of veggies. I'll go to sleep earlier and make sure I get 7 hours of sleep, okay? I'll take small breaks, especially if you're working at home and getting up and walking around. Like, do things that you know you physically can have control of. And that's pretty much it. You're always in control. It starts with you. So just get up, take a step, even if it's little, and just go for it. And if you guys need anything, I literally live on my social medias. So shoot me a message and I'm more than happy to talk to you, FaceTime you, whatever it is, and we will get through this together. But yeah, that's me. Thanks for having me, guys. I hope you got something from it.
Maddie, thank you. I really, really appreciate you taking the time out. Thank you so much. The workouts were invaluable. I think even just having an idea of what's actually able to be done throughout this time is so helpful. So even just knowing that you can kind of, as a person, control that yourself, to be like, okay, what are my favorite workouts? Which ones can I actually put together? And which ones am I actually going to look forward to doing this evening or tomorrow afternoon or wherever? So yeah, it's really helpful. And I absolutely love the task you have set us. And I hope whoever's watching live or whoever's going to watch via YouTube is able to actually get this done and share your ideas and share some of the points that you've highlighted. How do you describe yourself? And really, really chant that to yourself every single day.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Maddie. Thank you again. Thank you anyone who's joined us today. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to stick around for our webinar next week. And if you have any questions or any issues that you need some support with, don't hesitate to get in contact with Self Reflections or, of course, Maddi Costanzo. You can find us on Instagram and on all our socials. So thank you. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Guys, bye.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with your family and friends. And for more, don't forget to subscribe. Look after yourselves, take care, and see you soon.